I got to see the new Wicked movie early and I'd give it a solid 6 out of 10. Here's why. First things first, I didn't know this was a two-part movie. My wife and I sit down for it, and in the opening title sequence, it shows Wicked Part 1, and we both turn to each other and think, is this a two-part movie? I don't feel like any of the marketing has implied that. And because I didn't know this, I went into the movie thinking I was gonna get the full ending of Wicked and instead got a cliffhanger, which can feel unsatisfying when you're walking out of the theater. That doesn't mean I don't like two-part movies. I just like to know beforehand so I can manage my expectations. Now, my absolute biggest gripe with this movie, as someone who's never seen the Wicked musical on Broadway, is that I felt like the music was really lackluster. The only exception to that was Defying Gravity at the very end of the movie. I thought that was amazing, but all the other songs were just kind of boring. When I've seen other musicals like La La Land, Wonka, The Greatest Showman, I feel like I always leave the theater with like 3 or 4 of their songs stuck in my head for the next week. But with this movie, I really thought there are no songs in this that I'm gonna have a hard time getting out of my head. I do think Ariana Grande and Cynthia Evero did a great job as actors in this movie, but I think some of the other supporting characters and their acting abilities were just kind of meh. I do think the marketing for this movie has been exceptional, and it really was one of my most anticipated movies for the end of the year, but honestly, coming off of it, I feel like it might be one of my greatest disappointments this year. Overall, I think if you're already a Wicked Broadway musical fan, you'll probably love this movie, but I think for myself and my wife, it really just wasn't it. But that's my opinion. Let me know in the comments what you think of the movie, and make sure to follow if you want to stay up to date with the latest news.